Welcome to video number 2 by Designs by Lynn. I'm again doing a double open cup pour on a vinyl LP. This LP is Beethoven's Symphony No. 7 in A major, Opus 92. So that's what's going on there. The paints that I'm using are already mixed, and I will make sure that all the descriptions and links and things are in the description. So the colors I'm using, I'm starting with Creative Inspirations Titanium White. I went back and forth because this pour is a gift for someone, and so I have a specific palette in mind, and I went back and forth about the background color, and I decided that it's going to be white as opposed to black. So I just got to get myself a bit of a thing going here. I've appreciated the wonderful feedback I've gotten. Please do subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications so when I put up new content, you will know. So this is going to be a double open cup. I'm using the same colors in both cups, maybe not the same order. I haven't quite decided if that's going to be true or not. But my colors are Creative Inspirations Lamp Black, Creative Inspirations Metallic Gold, Creative Inspirations Cadmium Yellow, Creative Inspirations Burnt Umber, and what sounds like a really weird mix to that color palette is it's a folk art paint. It's folk art brand, and it's metallic bright red. In the case of this specific painting, the little bit of red that I indicate in here that I include is going to serve as a maker's mark. So we're going to start off with, we've got our cups in place. I want to start off with a puddle of black. And I'm delighted to report that I have a much better camera setup right now. There is no back scratcher or rubber bands involved, so that's amazing. That didn't get mixed very well, and that's not going to be good. I might cry. Well, we'll see what that cup wants to do. That'll be my bad for sure. Now for some of the burnt umber. So the first layer, I'm putting them all in the same order. The second layer, that's not going to be true. So I'm going back to, I'm not going back yet because I haven't put this one in yet. This is the Cadmium Yellow, which is a gorgeous color. And now I'm going to start my second layer with burnt umber. Ooh, looky. Little dots are starting to happen. I'm going to put a little puddle of my bright red metallic in there, my little maker's mark, because in this particular piece I need to show up a little bit. So that may or may not be the last time that shows up. Now I'm going in for the yellow again, which may seem weird. To enable you to see some of the areas up close, I will be using some post-production effects throughout this video. This one I'm going to do the black next. This one I'm going to do the gold next. I don't know what the gold and yellow are going to look like together, but I'd like to give that a try. And then black over here. So we've got a couple layers, not enough yet, but I'm hoping with the fact that I'm using the overhead light, which I hate, but I hope that it has enough light on the subject that you can see all the little dots that are coming out there. And if I grab my torch and torched it a little bit, I could bring those out more, but I want them to occur naturally. Plus, I don't want to burn the paper cups. So there's that. Going back to burnt umber. Before starting this pour, I had mentioned in my previous video, I take this pour box, which I have used many, many times, and I level it. I have a handy little level that I level it both ways, and I put the cups closer together, even though they're starting to kind of wander apart. Don't have enough colors to mix it up a whole lot. Sometimes I do put the base color in, but I'm not going to do it this time. I think that there's going to be enough white as it is. Going back to the burnt umber, I want to make sure that there's a strong presence of brown, of black, and of yellow. That's important for this piece. A little more of the metallic bright red. That'll be all that we need of that one. And this one's starting to get a little bit out of control. Trying to slide off. To adjust my shims in here. I have gum erasers that I use for level tools. I tried this last night and it absolutely didn't work. I tried it on black and I made the mistake of using silicone. I thought, oh, we'll see how that works. It didn't. It turned out pretty as far as the end result, but it was absolutely not what I wanted for this particular gift. So in previous pours, I have walked my little cups in opposite directions, but I want these to kind of come up and sort of converge, if I can pull that off. Haven't done that before, but if there was ever a time to do it, this particular piece would be the time. So we've got that, and then I'm going to walk them right down the middle. I like what's happening there. Kind of the ripply effect. Got all the little white dots coming on through. And I'm going to roll off this cup. And there we go. For that one. And this one, interestingly, inside the cup, I don't know if you saw that or not, that there's little cells forming inside the cup because there's layers of colors sitting in there trapped. A little warm in here, but I couldn't make the air conditioner stay on and not roar, so I turned it off for the taping. And there goes that one. Well, I like this. This may be very fun. Got a nice little collection of things going here. I like the symmetry of this piece, which more than likely won't stay, which is fine. But I love the fact that it started out that way. On this piece, I tried something I haven't used before because I really, really didn't want the red of the record label shining through on the paint, which it has done almost always if I've used a white base. So I poured some, or sprayed some clear acrylic finish over the label to hopefully serve as a protective barrier between the red of the label and the paint, so it doesn't have the ability to leach into the white. This is very interesting. I love the white little rift in the middle. I do not want to lose any of my yellow. I really can't afford that. And even though I know I said it was done, we need some more yellow. There. There. And interestingly, the red, the bright red, metallic bright red, there's only a little bitty bit of that, and that's okay. I thought about putting in some white in there, but I just right now changed my mind. You probably saw my hand swoop in there and change its mind. So I'm going to put just a little bit of that metallic red on the top of this cup and call that good to go. So, and what I'm doing here is I'm just lifting it up. Look, it's almost a weird shape in there. And I pick it up and then I drop it, and it lets some paint out, and then when I drop it, it kind of makes a little wave so it will move on out and give me more paint to work with, because it is absolutely critical that there is a assertive presence of yellow in this piece. I would love it a whole lot if I could go to the other side and work. It's a more comfortable place for me to stand, but this is going to have to do, because I'm not going to stop in the middle and move things. Using some kind of rolling techniques to get, because I want to have some that are lines and striations, but I also want some that are just kind of, I don't know, blobbish. Is that a word? I think it is now. That's rather cool the way it is. Okay, Lynn, are you done? Maybe a little that way, little. If I get a little of that yellow to go in the right place without sliding off too much. Okay, that'll do. Ooh, that's fun. Did I pull off pieces of paper towel in advance? No, I did not. I usually do. So I'm making a real commitment here to not tilting it anymore, because as soon as I get these suckers wiped off clean, fairly clean, I'm going to take off these gloves. Once I take off my gloves, I don't put them back on. I do reuse them if I can get them off in one piece, if I haven't sweat so badly that they tear when I'm taking them off. So hopefully you're enjoying just watching the paint move around, because I know it's doing some stuff over there. Oh, it's better. I feel cooler already just having the gloves on. For some of you who may be watching, it may be laughable that I find this warm, but it's 91 degrees here. and I decided to work without the air conditioner on. I don't have central air, but I have a window unit in my front room. So, but I sacrificed climate comfort for not having a roaring air conditioner in the audio. There we go. This is very cool. So I am going to torch it and see what we got. See what happens. I am delighted with this white stripe that goes right down the middle. That's just totally wonderful for me. Oh, oh yes, thank you, Yellow. Thank you, thank you. I love that the dots that are, some of the dots that are coming out are yellow dots. So that's super important. I got my little red that just like it's going to be a little island unto itself, and maybe it will. Oh, maybe it won't. That little pop meant I was a little too close to the paint. You see there's a couple bubbles right here getting ready to pop, and try to apply some heat held high up above them so as not to hurt the paint, but maybe enough warmth that it'll pop the bubble. Or it's pop when it's ready. I love this line of the white cells. That is just so incredibly cool. Haha, nice. I enjoy this so much. The process of choosing and arranging is one kind of fun, but a whole nother kind of fun is seeing what happens. That once I've made my choices and laid down the paint and moved it around, once I begin to torch and tease with the torch, what things reveal themselves that I may not have realized were going to be that way. And that's perfectly awesome for me. I love that. Ooh, I love this white thing going on over here. And I usually don't go from both sides on a video, but I'm going to do it this time. So I don't want to pick up the record. There we go. Probably got my shadow in it now, but there we go, that's better. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, good call. Good choices. Oh, the little yellow guys are making me so happy. Love to have a better border right here. May or may not get it. Very, very fun. Go to the other side and take a look. Nowhere near as professional as the other channels you may follow, but this is the way I paint. I do not have a separate studio space. This literally is a craft table set up in my front room. So, and during this whole COVID-19 quarantine, painting has pretty much saved my sanity. So just having kind of a painting station in the middle of my living room totally works for me. I just want to take a look here and see if there's anything else I'd like to explore. Kind of want to explore this white colony here. It seems like maybe there's a little more. I should have done that when I was on the other side, but I'm not going over there again. Come on. You're not out, I promise. Says yeah, says you. See? Told you. Maybe not. Maybe that little bit of white was all there is. And that's cool. That's fine. And now the torch is saying, if you don't shut me off, I'm just going to die and you'll be done. Okay, and done. I will edit this down and get it finalized, include material lists and things like that. And I will also take a photo of what it looks like in the morning. Optimally, I would wait, take a picture in the morning, and then wait until it's dry and has been sealed. And then I can get a better picture of what it looks like, but I may just give you a picture of what it looks like in the morning and that'll be it. So, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Here's the piece, the morning after the pour. It is still drying in various areas. There's kind of a muddy looking zone around that red-pink area, but it's not, it doesn't look muddy to the naked eye, but for whatever reason I couldn't get a shot of it without it looking that way. And there's more rich browns to the actual piece than there is in the image, but I'm pleased with it. I love what that central stream of white did. You have something over on the right that kind of looks like teeth. It's just pretty cool. So I'm pleased with how it turned out, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's fully dried and sealed. Thank you for tuning in and watching this video. I've learned some lessons, better setup, comes up with a better video. The finished product was amazing, and I just have to get over myself worrying about glare on the record, because if it's a black record and you've got overhead lighting, you're going to have glare. It's just the way it is if you want to see anything. So until next time, this is Lynn signing off.